Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. We are Jamie and Aidan.
Now today's video we have been meaning to make for a while. We have been here in the capital of Greece, Athens, for around about 2 weeks. We've got to know it pretty well.
So here are the best things to do in Athens. Good morning everyone, it's bright and early and we are taking you to the best thing to do in Athens. We are on the way to the Acropolis.
Now it is a little bit rainy today, but hopefully that means that that's scared away the crowds because it's clearing up now. It's around about 11, which is a bit later than we planned, but because it's raining we were umming and ahhing, but this is definitely something that you cannot miss in Athens. We are very excited to go. See some history, see some ancient ruins, and also one of the best views of the city.
So we are inside the Acropolis now. We are going up to the Parthenon, which is the biggest temple here. Price is currently €10 each to get inside because during the winter months all of the archaeological sites here in Athens have a reduced fare. One tip we have for you is to enter via the south slope because there are nowhere near as many queues, so it's much easier to get inside. It's getting a lot busier now. It's currently the middle of December and it's a rainy day, so I can't imagine how busy this place is in the middle of the summer. Very windy up here, very windy. Right, we've made it to the top. We're walking up now, but it's starting to rain again, which is a bit of a shame. It's very windy up here, that's okay. It's a nice view, the whole view of the whole city. The Acropolis is like the tallest mountain in the centre right here, so big view of the city. The weather has taken a drastic turn for the worse, and I don't have a coat, and it's very windy up here, and we're getting wet, but it's okay. It's still very cool to see this.
Just in the National Archaeological Museum of Athens, and it was
€6 each to get inside, and definitely worth it.
So the statues are really cool, they're very stereotypical Greek, and there's also a lot of history to learn about there. Now we are at our second spot just here,
the Panathenaic Stadium,
which is the home of the Olympic Games, so let's go check it out.
So this stadium is the world's only 100% marble stadium and was the birthplace of the first modern Olympic Games in 1896.
So you can purchase tickets to go inside. It's €10 each. It's not covered on any of the passes, which we're going to talk about at our next stop. So if you do want to go inside, it's €10. You can walk all around, go kind of up. We're happy to look at it from the outside. It's a very, very cool monument here.
So now we have made it to the Temple of the Olympian Zeus.
It is just kind of around the corner from the stadium that we were just last at. I think one great thing about Athens is it's quite walkable, but also the public transport can connect you to go and see all of these places. So it's a very good city for sightseeing. So the temple that we're in now, unfortunately, is going through a lot of restoration.
Yeah, it's a shame really.
Massively, but it's okay. You can still kind of appreciate the importance of it. You can still see how big it was, how kind of impressive. So we are enjoying just walking around at the minute.
So during the winter months, the prices are cheaper for most of these archaeological sites. It's currently €4 to enter the temple, which is a very good price.
So in summer, if you are thinking about ticking off lots of these sites that we are going to talk about today, then it is worth purchasing a pass, the Athens pass, which gets you the Acropolis and also 6 other of these archaeological sites. The price for this pass is €30, which when you think about the fact that the Acropolis is 20 in itself, is definitely worth it. If you're going to visit at least the Acropolis and one other, definitely worth it. In winter, when you add all of the prices, when you pay separately, it works out about the same €30. So it's up to you if you want to get the pass or just kind of pay as you go. So we bought a ticket, now we are walking around. It's very beautiful, some very, very nice columns. Let's go and see more of it.
So the Temple of Zeus, which this temple is also known as, is dedicated to the Greek god Zeus.
When they set out designing and building this temple, they wanted to make the greatest temple in the world. So you can tell from the size, you can tell from the height of the columns that it must have been like a very spectacular place to see.
So in total, it took 638 years to build this because they started and stopped and stuff like that.
And it was finished in 131 AD. It didn't stand for that long, only around about 100 years before it was unfortunately destroyed. But now you can see the amazing columns, take in, kind of imagine what ancient Athens would have looked like. And this is a great place to come see.
So right next to the Temple of Zeus, you have Hadrian's Gate. It's a big marble gate dedicated to the Roman Emperor Hadrian, built here in Athens. It's completely free to walk into. It's just on the side of the main street, and you have a very good view of the Temple of Zeus from the gate. If you don't feel like spending the money to go inside, then you can come here and you can get a very good view of it for free. I think at the moment, while it's quite under construction, there's lots of scaffolding, maybe it's not worth paying to go inside at the moment. So I would definitely recommend coming here to see the gate and also to get a good view of the temple as well.
Here we are now at Syntagma Square, which is one of 2 kind of big main squares, really good areas to come and check out. We're gonna go and see if we can grab a quick coffee, maybe a bite to eat, but there's just a lot to do, a really nice kind of like square to sit down in at night because it's Christmas time. They've got some really cool decorations and lights, but just a nice kind of square. Yeah. You've got some nice buildings around it as well. There's lots of kind of government buildings around here, so if you do want to go on the other streets as well, there's a lot of nice architecture to look at. Now from Syntagma Square there's lots of kind of shopping streets, loads of cafes, loads of normal kind of shops that you would find anywhere. Lots of buskers, street performers, so it's a nice busy area. But right in the middle of it, all of this modern city, you have this really old Greek Orthodox church. So this church just here is called Pagnia Kapnakaria. Sometimes people just say Kapnakaria, and it's a very old 11th century church, but right here in the middle of a busy modern shopping street, which I really like, that kind of difference between ancient and modern. So let's take a little look at it quickly. I don't think we're going to go inside, I think the doors are closed at the minute. Okay, now we are at Monastiraki Square, which you can see, very busy kind of open square. Again, street performers, people selling things. There are, from all of these streets that come off of it, quite cool markets if you want to do some shopping, get some souvenirs, take some presents home. But otherwise it's quite busy and we don't spend too much time here. There are a lot of people that like to try to scam tourists, or maybe, I don't know, sometimes it's a bit difficult when you are in these busy areas just getting a bit of peace, you know? Yeah. But that's common in many European cities, so if you are coming specifically to this square, just be careful, be wary, look after your belongings. Yes. But otherwise it's fun and the markets are cool.
Now we are in Hadrian's Library. Again, you can just see it for free just outside, or in the winter times it's only €3 each to come inside. So we're going to walk around now.
So we've spoken about already Hadrian's Gate and now Hadrian's Library, and we keep saying that he was a Roman emperor, which is true. But when he came over to Greece, he did a lot of development here. He really kind of turned Athens into like this new cultural city. So they kind of liked him, which is why they have kind of the gateway and also this massive library named after him. Now it's obviously just ruins, no books. But when it was in use, it had obviously books, scrolls, they even did lectures inside. It was a very important place culturally, but it's cool to look around these ruins now. There's so much of this history here in Athens. Sometimes you feel a little bit overwhelmed with it, trying to take it in. We do recommend, if you can, getting like an audio guide or following along on your phone to make sense of what you're seeing. It makes the experience a lot better.
Well, that's all for this video. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give the video a like, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.